Welcome. So in front of me I have the new Samsung Galaxy S21. This is just a simple the base version of it, but what I wanted to show is just a customization of it. Now this will be what I use on a daily basis, and as a quick little showcase, this is basically what I use. Now you are free to customize it differently if you want to. I'm just gonna give you the tools to kind of do it yourself and pick whatever you like. So right off the bat, there is one thing that we'll need, and basically almost everything here will be free on Play Store with the actual ability to, for instance, purchase a pro version. So as an example, the bread and butter of this for me is the Smart Launcher 5 exactly, and it does have a free version with a little bit of a caveat that it comes with ads, so might not be the most appealing thing for everybody, but those ads aren't necessarily the most annoying thing. They are only visible if you go to the app tray, and when you have like categories, which you will see in a second, I will have a little bit of a banner at the bottom. It is super small, it's not really intrusive, it doesn't go over your apps or stuff like that, so don't worry about that one. It doesn't really stop you from using the launcher at all. Now on my version you won't see it because I did purchase this, so yeah, there is no ads. And basically what you will see here is just the pro version of it. The difference between the pro version and just the free one will be things like well, lack of ads and a couple tiny bit of customizations, which I'll point out when I actually I'll basically will show you actually all of them, what you get with the pro version as well. But like I said, the bread and butter is the Smart Launcher, which you can get from Play Store for free. Now when you download it, it's right here, it's going to be shown as free, so you can just simply download it, and basically it has a option to be purchased once you open it up. So if I open it in there, let's get started. I agree, whatever, accept, allow, and there we have wallpaper. Cool, let's set it up, and there is our Smart Launcher, and by default it is a little bit plain. It does have some usability already. So as an example, if you go into app tray, which I believe is up, yep, there we go, you have all these categories, which I believe these are the best part of this launcher itself. So you have basically everything in categories, and even when you install new apps, you won't actually have to sort them yourself, they will be sorted automatically. You can create additional categories in here, so add favorites if you wanted to, and just drop a couple apps in there which you consider favorite. Then outside of that, you do have things like your sort of Google feed, but not really. Then widget pages. So yeah, now let's get straight into the customization. So I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna start off by going into things like my page manager. Okay, so start off, get rid of this, get rid of this. I don't really like the widget page itself. I'm gonna move the up page here. I'm gonna remove also the crappy Google page and substitute it for actual Google page, as you can see right here. Now for the Google page, you will actually need to download an additional plugin. It's completely free though, so you can simply, it's gonna give you a pop-up and redirect you to their website where you can download it and install it, and then it will be free to actually add the Google page. Then let's see what we got here. We get news, search, and the widget. Okay, let's keep it as it is right now. Let's apply it. So right off the bat, we have the Google feed right here, and then the app page right here. Now I'm gonna also remove a couple additional things. So let's go to home page, and I'm gonna go for a search bar. Don't really care for it, and there are different ways of searching here. Go back, buttons, they're already disabled, so don't have to do anything here. And let's see, layout, we can resize icons if you want to. So it is a little bit annoying that resize thing kind of covers it up, but when you start sliding it, it goes transparent, so you can actually see them. So as you can see, there we go. Let's make them a little bit smaller. There we go, good enough. So now there it is. So you can see it's already looking a little bit better. Now there is one little thing that I like here, just as a ease of use, which is when you hold it, it brings up this Smart Launcher menu, but When you tap on wallpapers, they have couple built-in like different wallpapers that they pull wallpapers from, and you can cycle them through, pick if you want something. It's completely random, so if you open it up again, the wallpapers that you will find are completely different. So just minimize it, tap on it again. As you can see, they reloaded and they are now completely different. So you can find if you like something, set it up. If you don't, then you can download your own and set it up as well. But just because I don't really want to mess around, I'm gonna pick something like this. Cool. Now I do have one later on that I'm gonna substitute it for. Now as you can see, there's things like effects. So when you scroll to the up page, it does also slide the wallpaper. You can change that if you don't want it. So we're gonna go into the settings and scroll wallpaper, gone. I personally just don't like it. And while I'm basically talking about things like that, if we pull it up, you will have premium features right here. And this is basically what you get with the pro version of this. So things like blur, parallax effects. So when you move the phone, like left, basically twist it around, it will move the wallpaper along with it. Adaptive icons, smart screen off. Now this is kind of crappy. If you're gonna purchase it, I would suggest to not use it. Sometimes you're just gonna lay the phone or not move it too much, and it will detect or think that you're putting down the phone, and it's gonna lock it. It's a little bit annoying. Ultra Immersive Mode, which removes the buttons and also this little toggle right here. So if we go into set, we can turn it on. There we go. We have also AMOLED black. So if you have, well, this device, you do have an AMOLED display, and if you set it up, it's gonna basically turn any kind of area. For instance, like right here, this is right now grayish. If you turn on AMOLED black, it's gonna turn fully black, so all the pixels here won't be even turned on, which is really nice, I would say. And then we have some badges, different ways of organizing icons, folders inside of the apps or like categories, multiple homepage widgets, and pop-up widgets. This is also kind of interesting. So basically you can set it up to either open an app or pop up a widget. And going to it, not sure why I can't swipe up. Seems legit. Yeah. So with the apps, for instance, you can, let's remove some of them because they're a little bit bad. There we go. Shorten them. So for instance, let's see, we have browser here, right? Now when you open it up, it's gonna ask which one you wanna use default. So just select whichever one you want. Oh, let's also change it to be default. Default launcher. There we go. So now it's default. So cool thing with, for instance, these apps, I believe this is a premium feature, so you can set up things like double tapping an app. So let's go into the settings, double tap, and for instance, we can choose to be YouTube, right? So now single tap is Chrome, double tap is YouTube. And you can set it up for everyone. Now, also one of the other options is if you want to, you can go for double tap as a widget instead. So pop-up widget, and it will bring up a widget of your choice, whichever one you select, which is also kind of cool. Now, let's get back into the customizing. So let's go into the home page, right? Actually, no. App page. See, I'm looking for... Oh, there we go, global appearance. I think that's where it is. So icon appearance. And in here, we can go to icon pack and for instance, select a different icon pack. Now, as you've seen, the one that I am using here is the white cons. They're a little bit more minimalistic, and I believe they look good if you have a fairly clutter-free wallpaper. So one that is really simple. Those will look really great. There is also a black version of this, so instead of having them fully white, you can have them fully black. And if you're using a light wallpaper, whitish, a lot of white colors on it, or just like bright colors, you might want to go with the opposite of white because it will kind of blend the icons with it. So now if we leave can see that there we go, we have white cons everywhere. You can also change it so, for instance, icons are different in your app tray than they are right here. Now also, let's get rid of this widget right here. There we go. Boom, gone. And from here we can actually add our own. Now I will be using the KWGT widgets. I do also own this. They do have a pro and again free version. Unfortunately, without the pro version, you won't be able to use the exact widget that I will be using for here, so just putting that out there. But you can set it up to be something else, which I'll be using one of the flow widgets. So let's get rid of this and let's add our widget. So bam, add it, find this, there we go, KWGT, cool, create, and let's also resize it a bit, there we go, and let's tap on it to add our widget. So flow, now by default you will need to agree to everything, stuff like that, but I have already done it. And now I'm looking for, actually don't remember the name of it, but should be able to find it now. It is really hard for you to see that there is something here, but it does show, for instance, the time right here, 21:17. I can barely see it, but on the camera it looks like it is a little bit blown out, so you might not be able to. But once I actually find it and select it, you should be able to see it without any problem. There we go. So for me, I'm going to be picking the flow 20, and there it is. So now we have to actually customize it, because if I tap on save right now and leave this, as you can see, it's a little bit not proportional to how I want it to look like. So let's tap on it, then go to date and time, layer, and let's simply add 150. Maybe that's enough. Let's see. Nope, that's still far away from what I want it to look like. See now? Okay, that's a little bit better. So make it go a little bit more up. There we go. And now you can actually keep it as it is if you want it like that. You can also go into the flow, right? And you can actually make it so each one of these parts is clickable and does specific things. So for instance, if you tap on time, it will open up clock. Or if you tap on, for instance, Tuesday, it will open up calendar. Now to do so, what you want to do is go into the, again, tap on the, as you've seen, date and time. Then we're going to go into, I believe it was, let's see, I'm kind of needing to figure this out as I go. Okay, so there we go. So I tapped on the text right here, which is Tuesday. You have also the 02, which will be the date. Also selecting both of them. Let's see. And from here, we can go to the touch section. Tap on add, single, click on that once more. And then let's see, we're gonna launch an app. And then, as you can see, it adds an app. Let's click on this. And from here, we're going to select calendar. So it's somewhere on the top. Where's calendar? Whoops, I completely missed. Calendar, there we go. Now make sure you always tap on save. So now if I tap on it, it opens up. Where is it? There we go, calendar. Now I did only select it to be by tapping on the 2, so I'd also have to do the same thing for the Tuesday. And now if you tap on anything else rather than the 2, it will open up the widget edit. So again, you can simply go into here, Tuesday, touch plus, single, double, and then launch up, add calendar, and there we go. And now both of them are adding calendar. Now going back into it, you can go into time. Again, touch, add, and launch up, and choose an app, clock. Save, and now if you tap on it, now for some reason every time you tap on it for the first time it just kind of crashes at the moment after setting it up, but it should work later on flawlessly. Okay, I think I know what is causing the problem here, which I haven't really tested this before. I'm doing this basically as I go, and I believe it's actually the immersive mode that is causing the problem here. So we can actually test it out by going again into, I believe it was somewhere here, Ultra Immersive. Let's go to Set and disable it. Now this unfortunately will keep this little bar at the bottom, but nope, it seems to still do the same thing. So maybe there's just need to be an update for the app to support better Android 11, because at the moment it does this weird glitch, as you can see. But still, the usability is still there if you wanted to. Now you do need to, I guess, deal with it for the moment until it gets updated. And like I said, you can customize anything in here. You can make it apps different. You do have something that I really like, which is this store page right here, which is accessible on every single category page. And again, everything here can be changed around. So for instance, swiping from the side to get the apps can be switched to basically any direction if you wanted to. There's also one more thing that I'll add in here, because at the moment to actually pull down the notifications, even if you go through the settings and select the pull down notification panel instead, it won't work. So we have to do it through the actual launcher here, and this is under the shortcuts. So gestures and hotkeys. Let's see, actually not here. Is it this? Oh, there we go. Enable swipe gestures and then single finger and swipe down, ls shortcut and show notification panel. There we go. So now when we actually pull it down, it gets notification panel, which is even better. And if you want to change wallpaper, you can quickly again go into here and simply choose any kind of wallpaper you want, set it up, and give it a second. And there we go. So that is basically how you can customize your device. Now keep in mind, you can basically alter everything in here, change the widgets if you wanted to, set up different fonts, different icons, basically different wallpapers. So this is fairly versatile beyond the extent. And the best part of this, in my opinion, the launcher itself, is the way you can add shortcuts to it. So as you've seen, for instance, I can have double click option right here and open up a for instance, YouTube instead of a browser. If I tap on it once, it opens up a browser, and basically this can be done for every kind of app. And still, you have the notification app tray right here. And if you, for instance, pull it down, you can have notifications. If you pull it up, I do have it disabled, but you could go in and, for instance, go into Page Manager, add things like the search page, which I'm not going to actually launch because it's just going to open up contacts, which I do want to avoid here. And when you do the search page, it does allow you to search quickly for apps that are already installed. It will also show you your apps that you use often, which basically get, well, normally set there by how often you use them, and shows you also your contacts, which you use most often. Just a quick way of accessing your most used parts of the device, I guess. So, highly recommend the launcher, and customization, it's up to you if you like it or not, but like I said, you can customize it however you like. So, that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.